Hello and welcome to another video, and today I want to talk about the critical hit system in MechWarrior Online. Now, every interaction with this system has been a negative for me. It's either been, wow, I really didn't deserve that kill, or what the hell, where did my weapons go? Which is actually exemplified in the most recent free-to-play episode, where I had this occur to me.
Target acquired.
We can do this, we can do this. We have the assault mechs here.
Laser destroyed. Heatsink destroyed.
What? What is that? I took a single shot and I lost 2 large pulse lasers. That is the crit system screwing me over again. Oh my god. I hate the crit system for that. That torso is not destroyed, but it's gone. Oh my god. So what you can see from that clip is I was running my Battlemaster. I had 2 large pulse lasers in each side torso, and I was heading back to get in some cover, and I took a single shot to my back right torso. What occurred was the critical hit system kicked in. That shot, because it hit structure, went into the critical hits. It rolled 2 crits, at least 2 crits as far as I know, and those crits applied to my large pulse lasers and destroyed both of them. So just so happens, with the luck of the draw, that single shot from the opponent destroyed half of my weaponry on that one mech. Now, this is one really bad occurrence, but it's indicative of all the occurrences that I've had with the critical hit system. Every single time I have interacted with this, it's been a net negative to me. Go into different stories. I've had a time when I was doing scouting missions with my NovaCat buddies, and we were losing a match. We're losing the fight. They had a bunch of enemy Centurions. They were kicking our ass. But I just managed to break the armor on one of the enemy mech's legs. I happened to crit his ammo. That ammo happened to kill him. So just because I broke through the armor on one leg, a mech died. And it allowed us to get our feet back under us and win that match eventually. We should not have won that match. So that's the situation where it's like, damn, I really didn't deserve that. The other time is exactly what we saw in the clip before. We have that situation where we get hit, and then just because of the luck of the draw, the roll of the dice, we lose a disproportionate amount of our mech to that bit of damage. So you have this situation where you could have either extreme here. Say you take an AC-10 shot in one of your torsos, and you just take 10 damage. Or that rolls 3 critical hits, that 10 damage is now increased to 14.5 because of the 15% damage transfer per critical hit. And also 3 packets of 10 damage are applied randomly to components that are within that section. So you could lose 3 weapons. So if you had 3 large pulse lasers, or say 3, the Shadowhawk, I think it's the 2K that has the 3 energy in the right torso. Say you have your 3 large lasers in there. You take a single AC-10, you could lose all of your large lasers in a single shot, just because the enemy got lucky. And I really feel that that is bad for the game. That is just another layer of randomness with like the UAC, jam chance, that kind of stuff, that makes the game not as fun. Like, I've been on both ends of this. I've been on the end where I shot at one guy and then he was neutered, and I'm like, well, yay, I guess I'm winning, but I don't feel like I'm winning because I'm a good player. I'm winning because I got lucky. And then I've been on the other side where I've been playing fine, and I'm gonna lose, but damn, I'm gonna lose, and I also lost all this stuff because of the critical hit system. On both ends, it feels bad. I've never had a good interaction. That's partly because beyond randomly getting, say, an ammo explosion, you don't know when you've critically hit somebody. I'm going to have some footage in the background right now. It's me playing along in Guild Wars 2 on my Revenant. Now, this is a character that I have specifically set up to have almost 100% chance to critically hit. But we can see that when he attacks, instead of just normal white damage numbers popping up, we see these numbers pop up with this red splash behind them, going, bam, this is exciting. You've got a critical hit. You're doing awesome. So when I play this guy, I'm getting all these great numbers popping up. I'm getting reinforcement that I'm using the system correctly and that I'm interacting with it in a way that I should be. We don't see that at all in MechWarrior. It's not like when you fire a weapon, you see, oh hey, you know, Bitching Betty pops up and says, enemy critically hit. Because then it would be like, I did? How? I didn't hit them in the head. What do you mean I critically hit them? Oh, I just did a little bit extra damage? Oh, I destroyed an enemy heatsink? Oh, okay. That's good to know. You don't know that this is occurring unless it's a weapon in the top right where you can see the loadout and you can see that it's not working anymore, or it's an ammo explosion, you see the sparkles. You have no idea that the system is working. So I want to say, let's just remove the system. Every interaction I've had with it has been neutral to negative, so get rid of it. And I think this would actually do some great things for the game, like when we were talking about the skill tree and whether or not you should go into structure or armor. There's people bring up the point that, you know, armor is considered 1.1 structure points. So in order, like, the equivalent durability, 1 armor is equivalent to 1.1 structure. And that's because structure can critically hit when armor can't. So removing that should sort of bring every mech up in terms of durability, and that would hopefully increase time to kill. But we do have to consider some weapons and systems that rely on the critical hit system, like machine guns. What are we going to do about machine guns? If they can't critically hit, they can't destroy components, what good are machine guns? Well, I want to still have the machine guns do what they do, which is rip components apart. Rip internals apart, more like it. So you can just make it more consistent. You can say machine guns, you do this much damage versus armor. But then versus structure, you do an increased amount of damage. And just have that as a special quirk for machine guns. And have that maybe as a skill tree node where you can increase the damage machine guns do to structure. So if you really want to spec into machine guns, you can do that. And not only does that keep what machine guns do, which is rip structure apart, finish off weakened mechs, but it gives them more consistency, where you could have a situation where firing the exact same amount of machine gun bullets on one side will do more damage, and on the other side it won't do as much damage. As I have a comparison video, me with a Shadowhawk and an AC-10 firing into an Atlas. On one side, a certain quantity of AC-10 shots just take off the side torso. On the other side, it actually kills the mech outright because of an ammo explosion. So if we got rid of the whole critical hits and instead changed it so certain weapons did more damage to internal structure just as a base, they would be more consistent, and you could rely on them. If I come around this corner, I know that I only need so many seconds of machine gun exposure on this particular component, and it's gone. You could calculate that. You could figure out how long you have to face tank, whatever, in order to kill it. It'd be better that way. But one real downside of this would be Gauss rifles. I mean, they're like, that's one of their main balancing things. It says they explode, right? I'm not sure exactly how to deal with it, because if we did this thing, if we removed critical hits, we were removing one of the main downsides to Gauss rifles. And already Gauss rifles are strong. They're 15 damage of pinpoint front loaded with no drop, like insane projectile speeds for practically no heat. Their only downside was that the gun itself was really vulnerable, and so if people shot for it, they would take it off quite quickly. I'm not exactly sure what you could do there. You could make it more to say in a sniper weapon. We could increase the cooldown so it fired less often, so it would be less useful in a close range brawl and only be useful as a sniper weapon. You could do some other things. Like I was having a conversation in my Discord channel, which is always a fun place to be, about what we could do to it, and people came up with the idea of the longer you charged it, the faster the projectile was up to its limit of 2000. So if you just tapped it, you would fire it quickly, but the projectile would be going very slowly and have a shorter range. So it, again, removes it from that sort of idea of close quarter combat weapon that can double as a sniper rifle, instead of making it like just a sniper rifle, what it should be. But yeah, I don't know. This is an interesting idea. We would have to change a few pieces of like tech out there. Machine guns and like LBXs would have to receive some sort of unique buff in order to keep up with their idea of crit-seeking weapons. And Gauss rifles would have to get some kind of nerf, otherwise we're taking away basically one of the Gauss rifle's worst attributes. But I want to know what you guys think about the idea of removing critical hits from the system, and put them in the comments down below, because I enjoy these kind of conversations. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and good hunting.